Whoop. I could probably keep going, but I don't want to show off and fall over. It'll look silly. So let me just go ahead and get into the biomechanical breakdown now, and then we'll get into the video. In regards to learning the one-legged squat, or the pistol squat, as it is commonly known, it is important to note that the main active muscles are the same as those used in the squat. The quadricep extends or straightens the knee, the gluteus maximus extends the hip, and the gastrocnemius performs plantar flexion in the ankle. Now, all of these muscles have their role to play. However, a very important factor for success in this exercise is the flexibility of the hamstring muscle, colored in yellow here. Basically, to keep your legs straight and in the air requires an above-average range of motion or flexibility in the hamstrings. And of course, the lower that you're going to go, the more that you're going to have to lift up that leg while keeping it straight. This is going to be increasing the hamstring stretch that you're getting. Well, that hamstring stretch is trying to shut off the hip flexor and the quadricep, which is at the moment holding the leg up. So what ends up happening is you start with the neutral spine. However, as you descend, the hamstring stretch increases, which will eventually completely shut off the hip flexor or the quadricep. Now, this is due to reciprocal inhibition as well as active insufficiency with the hamstring. So in order to have that not happen, the spine is going to get rounded to diminish the hamstring stretch, thus allowing the hip flexor and the quadricep to keep holding the leg up and straight, provided your hamstring is flexible enough. Now, this is exactly the reason I do not classify this as a good, safe, or productive exercise. Let me say that again. This is not a good, safe, or productive exercise. It is because the risk to reward is so skewered to the side of the risk herniating a disc in your spine because you're descending into the squat with a rounded spine. Or, of course, slipping, falling, overstretching, adding too much weight too quickly, pulling a muscle, etc. However, if you are sufficiently competent with your abilities, athletic enough, and only using this as a fun, one-off exercise and not for the purpose of muscle building, then by all means, please enjoy learning the skill. Just make sure you actually have the capacity to do so, and just understand the inherent risk. Now, moving forward, because I know most of you didn't hear that, if you are a beginner and not flexible enough, but you are strong enough and have sufficient balance and coordination, then you're just going to want to work on stretching your hamstrings out daily and elevating yourself slightly for practice. You'll accomplish this by performing the pistol squat on a box because you're not required to lift the inactive leg as high, basically. In other words, this neutralizes the problem of tight hamstrings, which at the moment will not allow you to raise your leg while performing the exercise flat on the floor. So this is beneficial in developing the balance coordination and neurological adaptation while your hamstring is not quite flexible enough.